Man, what a day. I feel like I've done everything and nothing all at the same time. My day started with a swim. Now, bear in mind, we're arguing currently with Wins about the fact that I should be perfectly capable of doing physio all day and then driving to and from Dunedin in the same day as well. Oh, and working. So, bearing that in mind, I decided that I would go for a swim this morning because I didn't go for a swim yesterday. But I did have physio for half a day and then did the drive back, and honestly I was stuffed. Thought I would be fine. Went for a swim this morning, having quite a restful evening, but when I got there, no, my arms were just not doing it today. So I did 2K and just gave up there, and got out, and it's all right because so did my nemesis in third place, and I'm still in second. So everything's still as it was, but I decided there was no point in flogging a dead horse today. But this also happened whilst I was at the pool. Just in the pool, just about to go for a swim, and as I was coming in, the lady I saw a while back carrying these same side sticks, crutches, was going out. Now, it was only the crutches, it was the same as last time, it was only the crutches that attracted my attention. I knew by the crutches that she had a prosthetic, not by the walking or the leg or anything. She had loose trousers on, and you honestly wouldn't have been able to tell. And if you didn't know about the fact that these crutches are really expensive, you probably wouldn't have even known that there was even anything different about her. Same leg, she just stopped and talked to me briefly. I was saying about how my leg had to go back for parts because we struggled to get parts in from Australia. Anyway, it's good to know that there is more than one amputee swimmer that comes here regularly. So, it will be interesting to see how that goes when next week when I get the leg, because I'll be able to move the chair, get in and out, blah, 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 and there will be no drama anymore, and I won't need any assistance at the pool. So, fingers crossed. And then we had WINS. Now, WINS is the English version of DHSS, which is the Claims and Benefits Department that is government funded. And I am supposed to be entitled to civilian amputee assistance, which means I'm supposed to get the trips paid for up and down to Dunedin and reimbursements off hotels and blah, 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 you know, all that jazz. Well, I'm arguing about the fact that they seem to have put their own little boundaries around this, because I'm supposed to get paid for a percentage of the hotel, but apparently they've decided I'm only going to get that if my appointment's at a certain time of day. So that seems nonsensical, plus all the other things that I've already mentioned. So I went in to try and tackle that. The person that I was talking to previously had said, feel free to contact her manager. So I went in and asked for the manager. I didn't know the name of the manager. And I was told I had to fill in a form. And I got given this 15-page form, and I've got to lodge an official complaint, which has got to go to an official hearing. I'm like, oh, and that's going to take ages. Meanwhile, you're going to keep on refusing to pay me, and I'm going to still keep having this problem. So I had a wee row with the woman on reception. Apparently a manager's going to contact me. We'll see how long that takes and if it even happens. And if I've not heard from anybody by middle of next week, I'll be back in there again. And no, nobody called me today. So I got absolutely fucking nowhere with that, as usual. And then when I got home, I picked up the mail, and the disability benefit disability benefit and community service card that I'd applied for last week because I need assistance with the garden and the luxing and things like that. I had filled that form in with the occupational therapist at the hospital and sent it. Took it in last week, and I've been sent a letter from WINS in the post, which tells me that because I don't currently receive a benefit of any type, I have to fill in this form beforehand, and the one that they'd sent me in the post is 35 pages long. And when I looked at it, half of it is the same as the fucking form I'd filled in and given to them already. And I've got to provide, like, everything within an inch of my life. Marriage certificate, birth certificate. I've got to provide driving license and citizenship certificate and bank details and proof of my IOD number, which is my tax number. Well, they should be able to see it in the goddamn system. Proof of address, proof of bank details. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I contacted the OT, and she's going to help me fill it in next week because I'm losing the will to live with this. I really am. I don't know how anybody gets into the benefit system, because they make it so fucking hard for everyone. It's just unbelievable. And so that didn't really please me at all. But let's flip to a slightly lighter note. Because the t-shirts, of which I'm not wearing one today, because the t-shirts have had so much recognition. I was sitting wearing one in Queenstown, and somebody who follows me on YouTube recognised me from the t-shirt of the cafe at the hospital, which I don't actually go to every time I visit the hospital, to be honest, because it's a long way from where the limb centre is. The cafe at the hospital, she recognised me and my coffee order from the t-shirt I was wearing, and everybody in the queue needed to have a look then at my t-shirt. And all of this, because my t-shirts get so much recognition, I thought, oh well, I should make some more. So I went down to the shop and got 4 more t-shirts, and I went in to leave them for them to sort out and get printed. Contents to be disclosed later. Now, whilst I was there, I went in. Obviously, I'm on crutches. I've got my wee rucksack with my t-shirts in, because I've got the t-shirts ready to leave with them. And the girl comes out behind the counter, she's in crutches. So I said, oh, well, shall we sit down then? And she had a knee brace on, which looked much like the lock joint knee brace that I was wearing when I had my ACL repaired. So she was telling me what had happened and how it's inconvenient with crutches. So I tell you what, I leapt to her assistance with a whole load of, I've got no hands, I'm on crutches tips, like lanyards around your neck, and thin shillate coffee cups, and a little tiny screw together rucksack that's see-through that you carry in shop, so that you can carry the stuff around the shop and people can see it's in the rucksack and they don't think you've nicked it, and all them sorts of things. Lanyards with your keys on. And she was like, oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, you tell me about it, because you know what, I'm a crutches with no hands expert right now. So whilst I was there, I was telling her about all the other stories and the t-shirts being recognised and all that sort of thing, and I was also telling her about the car sticker somebody had sent me that I was really quite tempted to get done. I've been thinking about it for a wee while, and I thought it would be quite expensive. Now, the t-shirts aren't expensive, but they're not cheap either. It's nearly $100 for a set of t-shirts to be printed, and that's after I've bought them. But anyway, the little sticker in the window of the back of the car, I've been so tempted. I'm so tempted. Somebody sent it to me that they'd seen it online, and no, I'm not going to tell you. And so I was telling her about it, and she said, oh yeah, I think only about $20. Like, oh really? Well, do you know, I think I might just have that printed too. So when it is done and I've stuck it on the car, I will let you see it. I can't, yeah. And then but I finished with telling the neighbours. Now, the neighbours. I work here. Door neighbours, the business next door, often receives parcels from us. This is like an arrangement we've got. We don't often get much freight, but they get a heck of a lot of freight because they're computer repairs. And I always put a little note for the courier: if closed, please leave at unit 4, because our door's often locked when the therapists have got clients and things, and I have to go chasing around the town for the parcel. So they just leave it next door, and I go and collect it later. It's never a drama, and it's usually only massage wax. But the leg is being sent back to me by post next week. And because of the way the postal system works, it would take 3 extra days if I had it sent to my house. So I'm having it sent to work. But I also put the little note on it saying, if closed, please leave at unit 4. And I told the staff that what I'm expecting in the post, and that they should all message me immediately as soon as it comes if I'm not in the building. But I had to explain next door what actually was happening, and the fact that something was coming in the post, because normally it's just little boxes. So I went in and I was planning, as somebody asked me, yes, I was planning to video this, but the person that was on the front desk today, there was no way that we were going to be videoing that person. He's a lovely guy, but is very shy and very serious. Now, when I went in to talk to somebody about it, he's the one that came out. And another young lad was like floating around as well, also came to listen when I pressed the bell for somebody to come and help. And I said to them, look, I'm going to have a conversation with you right now that you're probably never, ever going to have this conversation with anyone like ever again. This is quite a unique conversation. do you have a sense of humour? And the young lad's like, oh, he doesn't, but I do. And so I said, okay then, are you ready? And I was telling them what was going to happen and that the leg was being posted to me. And then we talked about my actual leg coming in a box and all of that. And I wonder if it'd be the same size box. Well, you know, I'm expecting it to be lighter and all of this. And we had a bit of a laugh about it. The young lad thought it was absolutely hilarious. And we were, you know, wondering whether it was going to come in a box or whether it was going to come wrapped up in cellophane. Would the toes be hanging out? Would they put some, like, you know, fake blood in the box as well? All these sorts of things. So maybe I'll have to have a, like, great reveal when the leg actually arrives. And then we talked about the other leg and my ashes and things like that. And he reckoned I should get some diamond-studded bling put on the prosthetic with the ashes of my actual leg embedded in it, which was quite a neat idea, if it wasn't for the fact the prosthetic keeps changing all the time. But that reminded me, I've only got to wait another week and I can have my tattoo put back on my other foot. How exciting. So it was a hilarious conversation that I had in there, but sorry, it was not really a one that I could video because he wouldn't have really gone for it. So I'm going to get assistance next week to finish filling in my 35-page document, and then we'll take it from there with this stupid WINS system. And fingers crossed that the leg arrives on time, because you know what, my hands, wrists and everything else, I'm just about had it. I've got calluses starting on the heels of my hands here, especially on this one. So I need 2 feet again so I can get standing back up again, because my right foot and my right hand has really had enough of this. So that was what happened today. All quite administratory, but that's the way it is. I've also got some updates from the investigation from the health system as to whether there was a mistake made, and I've also got an update from the Health and Disability Commission investigating whether there was a systemic mistake made, but they're 2 investigations that are still ongoing, so I'm not able to talk about those at the moment, but there is still progress being made in both of those, and once we have a decision I will let you know how that went, but I can't really talk about it until then. So have a lovely afternoon, evening, weekend and all of that jazz. And hopefully my shoulders will have found their pizzazz tomorrow and I can swim a little bit faster. Have a lovely evening and I'll talk to you soon.